The two leading candidates to win the Champions League next year is going to be Bayern and Arsenal. Next year is the 34th edition since it was renamed from the European Champions Cup to the Champions League. The 34th Champions League, we are looking at Harry Kane, a potential scripted Champions League title, and we are looking at Arsenal. Arsenal FC is gematria of Harry. Now, Harry would be gematria of 70 prior Champions Leagues. It's also Arsenal that's the gematria of 70 prior Champions Leagues in the Champions League beginning in 2025. Budapest, Hungary is gematria 65. It's Bayern that's 65. Now, Arteta's gematria 65. Could Arsenal win the Champions League 20 years after it lost the final in 2006? Looking at Arteta from the site as well as 20 years after 2006. And basically, when I'm looking at this year's Champions League, basically, even though Barcelona is gematria 71, this could mean that Barcelona can be the defending champion. They can be the winner of the Champions League, defending a title in the year of the 71st Champions League. It is also FC Bayern Munich that is the gematria of the 71st edition of the Champions League. Obviously, there's a few things that are going to occur before the transfer window. Arsenal need a striker. Who is it going to be? Osimhen, Guy Corres, the guy from Sporting Club de Football. And of course, you know, is Company too much of a rookie manager? Is he going to lose it? He already lost it after one leg against Inter. Is he going to lose it again? You know, these are the things that we must think about heading into next year. But as far as this year goes, it is totally going to be Barcelona. Nobody is stopping Barcelona this year. You can, of course, see the playlist, but as far as Champions League this year, as far as this year is concerned, Spain will be in their 32nd final over at Munich. Munich is gematria 32. There still is a chance that Arsenal could be in the final. It could be Arsenal's 27th final should they defeat Paris. But I think the 2006 final was at Paris, in the Paris area. Well, St. Denis, that's outside of Paris. So for me, it just makes more sense if Arsenal make it back to the final 20 years later because Arteta is gematria 20. That just makes more sense for me. And basically, this is something to think about as far as this year goes. Even if Arsenal beat Paris, their last final was in the Paris area, St. Denis. Paris is 63. So even if Barcelona don't face off and beat PSG, Arsenal's next final, since over at the Paris region, would see Barcelona improve to 6-3 in the final when we're looking at it that way. So again, St. Denis, let me go to St. Denis. Let me show you quickly. St. Denis, it is in the northern suburbs of Paris. So this is a community in Paris, and this is what we have to look at as far as the gematria for this year's Champions League goes. Either way, whether it be Arsenal or PSG, regardless, it's Barcelona that's going to emerge as the victor.